When seniors think about retirement savings, one of the biggest concerns is how to make those savings last through uncertain times. In 2025, with rising costs of living, market fluctuations, and unexpected medical expenses, protecting retirement funds becomes more important than ever. Many seniors worry about outliving their savings, but by taking proactive steps, it's possible to preserve financial security and enjoy peace of mind. Let's explore the top 5 ways seniors can safeguard their retirement nest egg, starting with practical strategies that can be applied immediately. One of the most important steps is reducing unnecessary expenses. Why does cutting costs matter so much in retirement? Because every dollar saved is a dollar that can continue working for you. Think of your retirement savings like a reservoir of water. If too much leaks out due to overspending, the reservoir dries up faster than expected. For seniors, even small changes in monthly spending can add up to significant savings over the years. Consider reviewing subscriptions, insurance premiums, dining habits, and energy bills. For example, switching to a more affordable phone plan or canceling unused streaming services could free up $50 a month, which becomes $600 a year, or $6,000 in a decade. That's money that can stay invested or cover unexpected health costs. What are the hidden expenses that eat away at retirement savings? Seniors often underestimate how inflation affects everyday purchases. Groceries, utilities, and medical care have all risen in cost, and each dollar lost to overspending on small things could mean less money for essentials later. Studies show that seniors who consistently review their budgets and adjust for inflation are less likely to face financial shortfalls. It's not about cutting all pleasures, but about finding balance and prioritizing what truly matters. A helpful strategy is the 50-30-20 method, adjusted for seniors. 50% on needs, 30% on wants, 20% on savings or debt reduction. By adopting such frameworks, retirees maintain control and prevent money from slipping away unnoticed. Another key way to protect retirement savings is diversifying investments. Why is diversification so critical in 2025? Markets can be unpredictable, interest rates may shift, stocks may dip, and inflation may rise unexpectedly. If all of a senior's savings are concentrated in one type of asset, the risk of loss increases dramatically. By spreading investments across different categories like bonds, dividend-paying stocks, real estate funds, and even cash reserves, seniors reduce their exposure to risk. Diversification doesn't mean chasing risky ventures, but creating a balanced portfolio that withstands different market conditions. How does diversification help seniors maintain financial stability? Imagine 3 retirees. One keeps all their money in cash savings, another in only stocks, and a third spreads funds across bonds, cash, and stocks. When inflation rises, the cash saver loses purchasing power. When the stock market dips, the stock-only investor suffers heavy losses. But the balanced retiree experiences less disruption, since some investments remain steady while others recover over time. Experts often recommend the bucket strategy for seniors. Short-term needs are met with cash or safe bonds, mid-term needs with balanced funds, and long-term growth with stocks. This layered approach ensures stability while still allowing savings to grow. For seniors concerned about safety, government-backed securities like treasury bonds can be valuable. They provide lower returns compared to stocks but offer reliability. In fact, many financial advisors suggest seniors allocate at least 30% to 50% of their portfolio to safer assets. At the same time, ignoring growth opportunities altogether can be risky too, since retirement may last 20 or 30 years. A balanced, diversified plan protects against market swings while allowing enough growth to keep up with inflation. What about healthcare costs, one of the biggest threats to retirement savings? Medical expenses can drain funds quickly if not planned for. Seniors often underestimate how much they will spend on healthcare after retirement. Medicare covers many services but not everything, such as dental, vision, or long-term care. Without a plan, unexpected hospital bills or prescription costs can wipe out savings. Studies show that the average couple retiring today may need hundreds of thousands of dollars for medical expenses over their lifetime. That's why setting aside a portion of savings specifically for healthcare is essential. Options include health savings accounts, HSAs, supplemental insurance, or simply earmarking a dedicated fund for future medical needs. For example, a senior who contributes to an HSA before retirement benefits from triple advantages: tax-deductible contributions, tax-free growth, and tax-free withdrawals for qualified medical expenses. Even if already retired, planning ahead by comparing supplemental plans or negotiating medical bills can prevent draining core retirement accounts. Seniors who prepare in advance are less likely to fall into debt or be forced to withdraw large sums from investments at the wrong time. Healthcare planning, expense reduction, and diversification are just the beginning. These strategies create a solid foundation, but seniors must also consider protection against fraud, estate planning, and guaranteed income options. By layering these approaches, retirement savings can be shielded from multiple directions. If you've ever wondered how to make your money last, how to avoid being blindsided by unexpected costs, or how to sleep better at night knowing your retirement funds are safe, stay tuned. In the next part, we'll dive deeper into protecting against scams and fraud, one of the fastest-growing threats to senior finances in 2025, and explore how to set up reliable income streams that provide stability no matter what the market does. One of the fastest-growing threats to retirement savings in 2025 is fraud and financial scams. Seniors are often targeted because they typically have more accumulated wealth, may be less familiar with digital technology, and may respond more readily to persuasive voices claiming urgency. According to recent reports, billions of dollars are lost annually by older adults due to fraudulent schemes ranging from fake investment opportunities to phone calls pretending to be government agencies. Protecting savings against fraud is just as important as managing investments, because one wrong decision or one unguarded moment can erase years of careful planning. Why are scams so effective at draining senior savings? Fraudsters use psychological tactics, urgency, fear, or promises of high returns to push quick decisions. For example, a caller might claim that Social Security benefits are being frozen unless immediate payment is made. Another common ploy involves emails or texts that look identical to bank communications, asking for account verification. Seniors who feel pressured or confused may provide personal details or make payments without realizing it's a scam. Unlike market losses, which may recover over time, money lost to fraud is rarely recovered. That's why prevention is crucial. How can seniors defend themselves? The first step is awareness. Recognizing the signs of fraud reduces vulnerability. No legitimate organization will demand immediate payment over the phone, request gift cards, or threaten arrest. Likewise, investment opportunities that promise guaranteed high returns are almost always too good to be true. Seniors should be cautious about sharing personal information online or over the phone. A helpful practice is the pause rule. If something feels urgent, pause before responding, call a trusted family member, or verify with an official contact number. This pause often breaks the scammer's control. Another layer of defense is using technology wisely. Many banks now offer fraud alerts via text or email, notifying account holders of suspicious activity. Seniors should enable these alerts and review accounts regularly for unusual charges. Freezing credit reports can also prevent scammers from opening new accounts in a senior's name. Password management is another key step. Reusing simple passwords makes accounts easier to hack. Using unique, complex passwords or a password manager significantly reduces risk. Seniors who embrace these simple tools can safeguard decades of savings with minimal effort. Even trusted relationships require caution. Unfortunately, financial abuse can come from family members or caregivers. This may take the form of unauthorized withdrawals, pressure to sign documents, or misuse of power of attorney. To prevent this, seniors should designate trusted legal and financial advisors, set clear boundaries, and review account statements frequently. Transparency helps. Sharing financial updates with more than one trusted family member or advisor reduces the chance of hidden exploitation. Protecting retirement savings from fraud is one piece of the puzzle. Another equally important step is establishing guaranteed income streams. Why is this so valuable in 2025? Because markets rise and fall, expenses change, and inflation eats away at savings. But having a steady, predictable income source ensures that seniors always have money for essentials, regardless of outside conditions. This stability helps prevent the need to withdraw from volatile investments during market downturns. What options exist for guaranteed income? Social Security remains the most common foundation, but it may not cover all living expenses. Pensions, if available, provide additional security. Beyond these, annuities are often considered by seniors seeking guaranteed payments. Annuities work by converting a lump sum into regular income, often for life. For example, A retiree who invests part of their savings in an immediate annuity may receive a fixed monthly payment until death. This removes the risk of outliving that portion of savings. However, annuities come with costs and conditions, so consulting a financial advisor before purchasing is critical. For seniors who prefer flexibility, laddering fixed income investments such as certificates of deposit, CDs, or bonds is another strategy. A bond ladder involves buying bonds with staggered maturity dates. As each bond matures, it provides cash flow while others continue earning interest. This not only generates predictable income but also protects against locking in all funds at a single low rate. In 2025, with interest rates fluctuating, laddering has become especially useful in balancing security and growth. Another way to ensure reliable income is through dividend-paying stocks. While not guaranteed in the same way as annuities or bonds, many established companies consistently pay dividends, even during market downturns. Seniors who hold a diversified portfolio of such stocks can benefit from regular income while still enjoying long-term growth potential. The key is to balance risk. Dividend stocks should complement, not replace, safer income sources. How does guaranteed income protect retirement savings? It reduces reliance on withdrawals from investment accounts. Without steady income, seniors may feel forced to sell investments during downturns, locking in losses. But when basic living expenses are covered through Social Security, pensions, annuities, or bond ladders, investment accounts can be left to recover. This strategy is often described as creating retirement paychecks, a system where money flows in consistently, just like when seniors were working. Seniors who combine fraud protection with guaranteed income enjoy a powerful safeguard. On one hand, they prevent money from being stolen or mismanaged. On the other, they ensure that money continues to flow in, regardless of the market's mood. Together, these steps strengthen retirement security and reduce stress. As powerful as these strategies are, they still need to be part of a broader plan. Seniors must also consider how to manage taxes, protect assets through estate planning, and ensure loved ones are provided for. In the next section, we'll explore tax-efficient strategies to stretch retirement dollars further, along with estate planning tools that not only protect wealth but also make transitions smoother for families. By combining careful planning with protective measures, seniors can approach retirement in 2025 with confidence, clarity, and peace of mind. For many seniors, one of the most overlooked threats to retirement savings is taxes. Even after decades of careful planning, a significant portion of retirement income can be eroded by tax obligations if strategies are not in place. In 2025, tax laws continue to evolve, and retirees who understand how to structure withdrawals and income can often save thousands of dollars over time. Protecting retirement savings isn't only about avoiding scams or cutting costs, it's also about keeping as much of what you've earned as possible in your own pocket instead of handing it away unnecessarily. Why are taxes such a challenge for retirees? During working years, people typically expect to pay income tax based on salary. But in retirement, multiple streams of income, Social Security, pensions, traditional IRA withdrawals, 401k distributions, and investment gains can all be taxed differently. Without planning, seniors may be pushed into higher tax brackets without realizing it. For example, taking a large withdrawal from a tax-deferred account in a single year might trigger higher taxes, increase Medicare premiums, and even make Social Security benefits taxable. Careful timing and sequencing of withdrawals is essential to minimizing these hidden costs. What strategies can seniors use to reduce their tax burden? One powerful method is managing the order in which retirement accounts are tapped. Taxable accounts, tax-deferred accounts, and tax-free accounts such as Roth IRAs all play different roles. Many advisors recommend withdrawing from taxable accounts first, then tax-deferred, and leaving Roth accounts for last. This allows tax-free growth to continue as long as possible. Another approach involves Roth conversions, moving money from a traditional IRA into a Roth IRA during years of lower income, paying taxes at a lower rate now to avoid higher taxes later. While this may seem counterintuitive, it often saves retirees significant money over the long run. Charitable giving is another tax-smart strategy. Seniors who don't need their full required minimum distribution, RMD, can donate directly to a qualified charity through a qualified charitable distribution, QCD. This reduces taxable income while supporting causes they care about. For example, if a retiree is required to withdraw $10,000 from an IRA but instead sends it directly to a charity, that $10,000 is not included in taxable income. Over years, this can lower tax bills substantially. Another tactic involves being strategic about capital gains. Selling investments in taxable accounts at the right time can reduce taxes or even eliminate them. Seniors in lower income brackets may qualify for 0% capital gains tax. Timing matters. Spreading sales across years, offsetting gains with losses, or holding assets for longer than a year to benefit from long-term rates can all make a big difference. By paying attention to these details, retirees can stretch savings further without increasing risk. But taxes are only one piece of the puzzle. Estate planning is another crucial step to protect retirement savings for the future. Why does estate planning matter so much for seniors? Without it, wealth can be eroded by legal fees, probate costs, and confusion among heirs. More importantly, lack of planning can create unnecessary stress for families during already difficult times. Estate planning ensures that assets are distributed according to wishes, minimizes taxes where possible, and provides clarity for loved ones. What tools are available to seniors for estate protection? The most basic is a will, which outlines how assets should be divided. However, wills alone often go through probate, a legal process that can be time-consuming and expensive. Trusts are another option, providing more control, privacy, and sometimes tax benefits. For instance, a revocable living trust allows seniors to manage their assets while alive and seamlessly transfer them to heirs without probate. This keeps affairs private and avoids delays. Beneficiary designations are equally important. Retirement accounts like IRAs and 401(k)s pass directly to named beneficiaries, bypassing probate altogether. Seniors should review these designations regularly, especially after major life events such as marriage, divorce, or the birth of grandchildren. Outdated beneficiaries can cause wealth to go to unintended individuals, regardless of what a will says. Regular reviews prevent costly mistakes. How do taxes and estate planning connect? Certain assets are better to leave to heirs than others. For example, Roth IRAs, which distribute tax-free, are often best passed on to beneficiaries, while tax-deferred accounts may burden heirs with taxes upon withdrawal. By carefully deciding which assets to spend and which to preserve, seniors can minimize overall family tax burdens and maximize the value passed to the next generation. Another overlooked part of estate planning is long-term care. If a senior requires assisted living or nursing care, costs can quickly deplete savings. Planning ahead through long-term care insurance, hybrid life insurance policies with care benefits, or setting aside dedicated funds helps protect assets from being drained by medical needs. Medicaid planning is another strategy, but it requires foresight and often legal assistance. The earlier seniors prepare, the more options they have to shield their savings. What about protecting loved ones beyond finances? Estate planning also allows seniors to establish healthcare directives and powers of attorney. These documents ensure that if they become unable to make decisions, trusted individuals can manage health and financial matters according to their wishes. This not only prevents confusion but also safeguards assets from misuse. Seniors who have clear, legally binding plans reduce family conflict and ensure smoother transitions. Taxes, estate planning, and healthcare protection may seem overwhelming, but they are all interconnected parts of shielding retirement savings. The goal isn't just to hold on to money, but to use it wisely while alive and ensure it benefits loved ones afterward. Seniors who take these steps often report greater peace of mind, knowing that their financial legacy is secure and that their families won't face unnecessary burdens. With expenses reduced, investments diversified, scams avoided, guaranteed income streams established, taxes managed, and estates protected, retirement savings become far more resilient. But one final area deserves attention: how to adjust mindset and lifestyle in retirement so savings not only survive but thrive. In the final part, we'll explore strategies for balancing spending with joy, embracing flexibility, and creating a retirement that feels both secure and fulfilling. This is the stage where financial planning meets quality of life, and where seniors can ensure their savings serve their purpose, supporting a retirement filled with freedom, dignity, and peace. Retirement savings are not only about numbers on a page, they're about quality of life. After decades of work and careful planning, seniors deserve to enjoy their years without constant stress about money. Yet, one of the greatest challenges in 2025 is finding the balance between protecting savings and actually using them to live fully. Too often, fear of running out leads to underspending, while overconfidence can cause seniors to draw down accounts too quickly. The key is cultivating a mindset that values both security and enjoyment, allowing savings to support not just survival, but a fulfilling retirement. Why do many seniors struggle with this balance? Psychology plays a large role. After years of accumulating wealth and saving diligently, switching to spending mode feels uncomfortable. Some seniors worry every purchase will shorten the lifespan of their nest egg, leading to unnecessary frugality and missed opportunities to travel, socialize, or enjoy hobbies. On the other hand, others underestimate how long retirement may last and spend freely, assuming funds will stretch without precise calculation. The average retirement now spans 20 to 30 years, making a clear plan essential. Without intentional adjustments, seniors risk either hoarding savings until it's too late to enjoy them, or depleting them too soon and facing financial strain later in life. One effective way to maintain balance is by creating a flexible spending plan. Unlike rigid budgets, flexible plans adjust for changing circumstances. For example, seniors may spend more in the early years of retirement when health is strong and travel is appealing, then reduce discretionary expenses later as lifestyle naturally slows. Financial planners sometimes call this the go-go, slow-go, no-go model. In the go-go years, higher spending on experiences makes sense, as long as essential funds are preserved. In the slow-go years, spending often declines naturally, and in the no-go years, medical costs may rise but other expenses shrink. Recognizing these phases helps seniors plan with confidence and enjoy money when it matters most. What practical tools can help seniors manage spending without guilt? One approach is setting up buckets or separate accounts for different purposes. One for essentials like housing, healthcare, and groceries. One for discretionary spending like travel and hobbies, and one for emergencies. Knowing that essentials are covered provides peace of mind, while a dedicated discretionary account allows guilt-free enjoyment. Seniors can also automate withdrawals, treating them like paychecks, ensuring a steady flow of income while protecting against overspending. This structure transforms savings into a tool that supports life rather than a source of constant worry. Another vital factor in protecting retirement savings is flexibility in lifestyle. Sometimes seniors feel they must maintain the exact same standard of living as during their peak earning years. While comfort is important, being open to small adjustments can make a huge difference in preserving funds. Downsizing a home, relocating to a lower-cost area, or even sharing resources with family can reduce monthly expenses significantly while maintaining quality of life. For example, moving from a high-tax state to a more affordable one not only saves money but may also bring seniors closer to loved ones. Each adjustment acts as a lever, giving retirees more control over how long their savings last. At the same time, lifestyle choices directly affect health, which in turn impacts financial stability. Investing in healthy living, nutritious food, regular exercise, preventative health care can reduce long-term medical costs, one of the largest threats to retirement savings. Even simple habits, like walking daily or staying socially engaged, lower risks of costly chronic conditions. In this way, money spent on health is not a loss but a form of insurance, protecting both longevity and finances. Seniors who view wellness as part of financial planning often find their savings stretch further because fewer dollars are consumed by avoidable medical crises. Another overlooked aspect of thriving in retirement is purpose. Without purpose, spending can become a substitute for fulfillment, leading to unnecessary purchases. Seniors who cultivate meaningful activities, volunteering, mentoring, learning new skills, often feel more satisfied and less inclined to overspend out of boredom. Purpose-driven living also reduces the temptation to chase high-risk investments out of fear or desperation. Instead, money becomes a supportive tool, not the center of life. Retirement satisfaction increases when savings are aligned with values rather than impulse. How can seniors prepare mentally for this shift? Education and community support are powerful. Joining retirement planning workshops, financial literacy groups, or even online forums provides reassurance and shared wisdom. Talking with peers about challenges and solutions helps normalize the ups and downs of managing savings. In addition, working with trusted financial advisors can ease anxiety, offering guidance and reminding seniors that their plan is on track. Confidence grows when decisions are informed and not made in isolation. Ultimately, protecting retirement savings in 2025 is about integration. Expense management, diversification, fraud protection, guaranteed income, tax efficiency, estate planning, lifestyle flexibility, and purposeful living all come together to create resilience. No single strategy is enough on its own, but together they form a shield that keeps savings safe while ensuring they are used as intended, to support a dignified, joyful retirement. Seniors who embrace both the technical and emotional sides of money management enter their later years not just financially secure, but also free to live with peace of mind. If you have found these strategies valuable, remember that your journey doesn't stop here. Staying informed, reviewing your plan regularly, and remaining adaptable will continue to protect your retirement in the years ahead. Share your own experiences or questions in the comments. We'd love to hear what steps you're taking to safeguard your savings. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss future insights on living well and wisely in retirement. By staying engaged, proactive, and flexible, you can ensure that your retirement savings not only survive but help you thrive in 2025 and beyond.